Hello, my name is Amjin Rakai of the Amjin Rakai YouTube, as well as a crew member of the Last Ark YouTube channel, of which you're watching now. Every single week on Friday, either at 1 p.m. or 3 p.m., myself and Straw Hat Lucas, another member of the TLA group, host a specialized version of a D&D game, of which it's all centered around One Piece. And basically we play Dungeons and Dragons in the world of One Piece. And in the last episode, my character, Fang, as well as a person named Cody's character, Aaron Mustang, as well as a person named Dan's character, Gilly, were separated from our captain of the crew, Snad, as well as our helmsman, Hachinosuke, and we were taken captive after being defeated by a secret organization. We played a secret D&D stream where the three members of the party that were captured played in secret, and then what else happened with the story met up with the other two members of the crew later on, the next week. So ultimately, this video will be a condensed version of both sessions, starting with our secret session that we did on Wednesday and culminating in when the crew meets up in the session the next week. What would be known for our D&D followers, or that have been following our journey so far, episodes 3 and 4 basically. And this video should be coming out on Wednesday, which means you will see us all continuing the game from where this video ends this Friday, either at 1 or 3 p.m. We'll let you know in the Discord, so please join down below. We try to update all of the happenings within our group on the TLA Discord. And of course, none of this would be possible without our brilliant DM, Sam. Now, he also has a YouTube channel under the name Ken Chan, but if you search SAMUEK 607 on YouTube, it will come up and you will find a plethora of great YouTube videos, as well as he has a Patreon of which that he's rewritten the D&D rulebook to be specifically geared towards One Piece. And you can go on his Patreon and get all those rules and join. He's just the best DM ever. Big thank you to him. And without him, absolutely none of this would be possible. So now that all of that stuff's out of the way, we will pick up, like I said, where the game left off, with the three of us captured and imprisoned. And this is their story.
So where we left off, it's just as you said, and there was a man who was asking you questions. He's in front of your jail cell. All of you have only come to now for the first time since you went down in the fight, and this is a human man. He has short blonde hair, he's wearing a white shirt and brown trousers. He seems about 6 foot even, if you were to estimate. And he holds the orb in front of you and asks, "Tell me, what do you know about this?"
Well, we found it on an island we were at before here, in a treasure chest in a cave.
It seems like your fox friend was pretty interested in it. I know that much.
Indeed, we all are. That's why we're asking questions. So about this cave, tell me more.
My memory is a little bit fuzzy after getting my leg cut off by your goon, but I remember we found it in a chest, and there might have been a piece of paper with some numbers, but I can't quite remember the numbers right now. And I don't think any of us remember the numbers right now.
The thing is, if we tell you anything, what reason would you have to keep us alive still?
That's why I'm thinking about the numbers, man. Keeping the numbers secret.
He replies, "Well, there isn't much to gain from being silent either, if you think about it. We might have to resort to," he looks Fang in the eyes, "jogging your memory."
Okay, touche.
I'm going to chime up and say, I mean, if you think losing a leg is going to make us talk more, I mean, go ahead and take my other one, I guess. But we don't know anything more than what we've told you. And I think anyone who's lost a leg would tell you. You know, they say if he doesn't talk after a fingernail, he won't talk after all. I lost a leg. I'm telling you everything.
And I will say, I guess something that should be common knowledge to you, dude who has us imprisoned, is we went to the library, and it seems like the symbol inside the orb is connected to the old kingdom here.
Okay, you see, I'm a very fair person. I do not like to form pointless grudges. I'm not certain which group you belong to or how many more of you there are, considering one of you's already escaped. So I won't be quick to kill you. Instead, I'll offer an invitation. How would you feel about joining the Black Faction?
I think if you can give me a sword for a peg leg, I'm down.
Do I know anything about the Black Faction? Can I do a history check on that?
Sure, go ahead, history check. Okay. So, you're trying to recall any information you've ever heard, and you vaguely remember that it might be a mercenary group. That's what you're leaning towards.
Nice.
Well, I know you guys tend to only do things if there's a reward for it, so who are you guys working for?
This specific one is under orders from above. It's not something we've quite been commissioned to do. The boss has some particular interest.
Does it have anything to do with next week's parade?
He looks at you and says, "Pardon?"
Since we've gotten into the island, all we've heard about is some parade next week with the Holy Emperor or whatever. Does it have anything to do with maybe killing him?
He looks at you and says, "I'm not quite sure what could have given you that idea."
Or protecting him?
No, it has nothing to do with the Emperor. We're just interested in this. He gestures to the orb.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but our captain abandoned us. Seems like we might need to find a new crew.
Well, I'm down to work for this person, and then, who knows, whatever happens. I'm assuming we're whispering right now. They can't hear us.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean,
I would say that whatever's going on with that stuff, if we can escape at some point, great. If it's a good opportunity for some treasure, great. But play it by ear and just get out of this cell first.
yeah, at this point, I just want to stay alive. So
Exactly.
How do you feel, Aaron?
I
Cody?
want to fuck this guy up.
Of course.
Well, let's hold off on that just a little bit until we're outside of this jail cell and outside of the wherever underground thing we're in right now.
I already gave up everything I had to be a pirate. I'm not about to give up everything I worked so hard as a pirate to be a fucking mercenary.
That's why I'm saying we eventually escape. Let's just agree to work for this guy for now, and then when the opportunity arises, get out of here and go back to the ship.
Yeah, Aaron. I think if we play the long con on this, we'll get the revenge we seek.
He's already not
I
killed
don't
us this
want
early.
revenge.
So it's like chances are good that they might, and also too, we're trying to figure out what the whole reason we came here was to figure out what's going on with this orb. They seem like they might know, so we might be able to recon some information, maybe even get the orb back and then escape.
If they knew about the orb, why would they still be questioning us about it, Fang? Come on.
Because it's
We
probably
just need to get out. We don't need
it's
the information.
it's probably used for something on the island, and they're thinking that
how
we're
about
coming
we
for
just-
that.
How about we just follow this through, and the moment that we see an out, we take it.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so what are you actually saying to him?
We're down to work. Our captain abandoned us, sir, and we're down to find employment to utilize our skills in whichever way possible.
Excellent. Then, after you're transferred from here, it will be your first year of basic training at the base. Look forward to it.
So is this guy a Marine?
No, he isn't. Well, he isn't dressed as a Marine. But yeah, after he says year of basic training at the base, he walks away.
Okay.
They're called the Black Fang, right? Or
Faction.
faction? My bad.
Okay. Is there anything else you guys talk about while you sit here?
Well, I'm thinking if they're gonna transfer us to somewhere, hopefully the people that they send to transfer us are like not very strong, and we can just immediately escape. But I
Can we
wouldn't.
get our weapons back?
I was gonna say I would like to get my weapons back, and I would kind of like to get the orb. I think it's gonna open something on the island or do something. So I think if it's a option to try to get that back as well. Like I'm thinking that the orb is a key to something to the inner island here.
I think giving us the orb is your best chance of finding more information on this. Because
Oh, wait.
whatever's going down is happening here.
True.
Oh, the guy walked away. Oh.
And we're talking to ourselves about the plan.
Yeah.
But could we? So, okay, could we?
I mean, I'd like to say what I said to him, honestly.
Yeah,
Because he said he wants to send us off for a year.
Yeah, could
So-
maybe we like rewind a second to before he leaves and go like, wait a second.
Yes.
We're all strong warriors, and we have an interest in this orb as well. I think maybe it might be a better use of our skills and time and your guys' time. We've all already passed basic training in various forms over our lifetimes. It might be a better option to, maybe tie us into what you guys might be doing with this orb and whatever this overall plan is.
Oh, the basic training isn't just for strength. It's to become accustomed to all of our practices and instill the values of the faction in you. Besides, if you ended up in this position trying to figure out what was going on with this orb, you might not be the most help.
Well, it sounds like that you might not know about everything that has to do with this orb either. And we may have some more information about this orb that may be helpful.
Oh, the information you just said you didn't have? Speak, I'd be interested to find out. Tell me more.
Have you ever heard about any numbers? This is turning into Lost. Have you ever heard about the numbers?
We have to go back!
I say the number is 1372, Babel.
Oh, that. Well, we were quite aware, and that's how I knew you were withholding something. Why do you think we had men in that address? You were fishing around, trying to wait for anyone who might have found the orb before we could recover it from the Giddy group. So, that's the first thing you've been withholding. We aren't quite certain what the numbers were meant to refer to yet, but in case anyone who'd found the orb was similarly uninformed, we'd made sure to secure the one address which represented the same numbers, just as a little trap.
Well, we fell right into it.
I still think your best option to get more information about this is to let us continue what we're doing. We could send somebody with us, keep an eye on us. I think it's
True.
your best chance.
It would be quite difficult to send you out on your own when two of you are hobbled and the other is, well, not in peak condition at the moment.
I thought we were healed up here. Not healed, but like we were rested.
You still don't have a leg.
Well, I did say part of my requirement was giving me a sword leg to join.
Yeah, and you joining wasn't declined. It was the sending you out part. So tell him something which would make him want to agree with you.
I mean, I was gonna say that we have more that can help with this situation. And believe me, we can handle this. Then
We're just the underlings. Our captain, as you saw, wasn't with us when we were apprehended. They have more information about where this orb was found. They're actually the person that found it. They just had me holding on to it. We could definitely reconnaissance some more information from them, or even kind of lure them into a trap for you guys to talk to.
Oh, that's quite interesting. Well, before trying to lure them, you could just tell us their location. Something to prove you're genuine about wanting to join the faction.
if we give you any of that information, what guarantee do we have that they're not gonna end up the same way we did?
Why do you care that much? Didn't you just say you were abandoned? They'd end up in here, you'd end up out.
We were abandoned, but that doesn't mean that we don't have our own moral codes.
They're in a
That's
boat.
Problem, you see. That's the kind of thing which stands in between you and successfully completing assignments for the faction.
I did not have the same qualms. These people are in a boat circling the island right now.
Care to provide a bit more details? There are quite a lot of those.
They dropped us
A
off.
giant lime on it.
Yeah, it's got a giant lime on it.
Is that the Jolly Roger?
It's the Jolly Roger and the
On the
mast of
main
the ship.
sail.
Okay, on the sail. Okay, that's something useful now. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay.
There are going to be 4 people on the ship: 2 children, 1 fishman who's an octopus, and then a sky person who doesn't have sky wings anymore. You're going to want to have to be extra careful with the octopus, though, because he's really strong if you're going to try to kill him.
Gilly's like holding himself back. He's like he's really hurt by this whole thing. Like he's like, I can't believe they're doing this.
Well, if I could whisper to
Gilly,
Gilly, I was trying to like hide that their location wasn't really where they were. I said they were circling the island instead of being like at the dock or whatever. I was trying to get them.
Oh no, Aaron, oblivious that they're trying to hide it, gives him all the information he wants.
Oh, so you do seem to be cooperative. You're promising. Your training might not last the entire year. If you're able to become accustomed to the losses you've sustained physically, it might just be a matter of our practices.
Yeah, you might think I'm dumb, but you guys are going to be dumb when you attack the undercover marine ship.
What are you talking about?
And actually, that's what he asks. Undercover marine ship?
Can I use commanding presence to intimidate him, to bluff and be all like, yeah, I'm actually undercover trying to figure out why this corrupt kingdom is the way it is, and I'm just getting really sick of losing limbs, and I just want to get out of here. So I'll spill whatever you want if you let me walk free.
Can I say that he might have been brain damaged in the last fight with the fox? He's extremely animal racist.
Could I roll insight to see if I know that he's bluffing?
Sure, you roll insight. It'll be contested by his passive charisma. Let me find Aaron's commanding presence. Okay, I will give you okay, no, intimidation wouldn't work. That would have to be a deception. Gilly's able to discern that he is lying.
Alright, in that case, I'll just shut my mouth and let him talk.
And I'm just going with the flow, so I'm shutting my mouth as well.
Now, this deception determines whether or not the guy outside thinks he's lying.
Oh, wait, I get advantage, right? Because of my commanding presence, right?
Oh, no. Deception doesn't count.
Okay.
Yeah. So, he looks at you and he says, nice try. There are just a lot of things about you which don't scream marine. And why would you try to paint yourself as part of the force opposing us if you're trying to get cooperation?
Exactly. Us two are not 100% with him. We just met him 2 weeks ago on this island. We're not about overthrowing this kingdom at all. We think what you're doing here is great. We're worried about the factions that we heard about while we were running around town that might be interested in overthrowing this government. That's why I thought maybe when we were kidnapped by you that you were about that, because everyone we talked to before this was all about killing the new king or emperor.
You've heard of people trying to overthrow the emperor?
It's easier to say the people that we didn't hear from that thought that.
You can tell he's interested. Well, I've been stationed on this island for a length of time now, and it's the first time hearing of that. Would you care to share?
I'm really not the greatest with names, but I'm really good with places, and I'm really good with faces. So I can maybe help out with that. I do know, for instance, there was some meeting room in a blacksmith shop that we were not able to get into for some reason without an appointment, and everything there kind of gave me the vibes and signs that they were plotting something.
You look at him and it seems like he's thinking about something. He ponders, but he doesn't comment on any of that, and he says, well, for the time being, we'll look at the people you mentioned, your crew, which have more information about this orb, and if it pans out what you told us about them, where we can find them, then we will be sure to let you free as soon as possible.
Okay. Like I said too, we've been kept out of the information loop. So what they know and don't know isn't 100% on us. I'm expecting that our superiors that sent us know more than I do, or else what's the point of a captain?
Well, it just seems a tad bit odd that you'd be lacking so much information considering the orb was on your person.
Well, I was the most trusted, I guess, on the old crew, but that was to their folly.
I suppose. But be warned, us letting you free and returning some of your liberties wouldn't be entirely because we trust you quite yet. That would be foolish. It's because we trust that we are stronger than
Understandable.
you. You all got defeated by the ninth shade all by himself, so we are pretty certain you will be posing no threat to us. Stay on your best behavior.
Before he leaves,
Yeah.
I have a question for him.
Shoot.
Just be careful.
Aaron speaks up. He says, "Wait, this mercenary gang you work for, do you know anyone by the name of Danny?"
He says, Danny. No. What race?
Human.
That's the problem. There aren't a whole lot of us humans in the group.
Fine with me.
Oh, I should mention, the entire black faction, it's comprised entirely of, well, it's made largely of minks. All of the nine shades and our leader, none of them are humans.
Cool.
Well, what made you the exception?
I'm not one of the nine shades. I think my strength could possibly match up with Bran at least, but I suppose if the leader, the boss, wants to make his own jungle crew or whatever it is, I'll just have to accept that that's how it is. In terms of the sheer numbers available to them, they would have to recruit humans every now and then to be able to, well, get anything done substantially.
Okay. Well then, we're three willing bodies, ready to go.
So now he does exit. He walks off somewhere. Anything you talk about while the three of you are by yourselves?
I'm assuming they're gonna come with some provisions for us, or like some of our weapons, and then let us out. So, do we just wait for that?
Yeah, but Aaron, why were you so eager to sell everyone out?
I thought our first objective was getting out. I thought we all agreed that the captain abandoned us. So
I'm kind of on that side too, but I don't want Hachi to get hurt.
I think he had no
Well-
choice but to abandon us in that situation. I feel like we gave them everything and we got nothing.
I was sniffing, and that fox dude seemed like he was on his last tail. So, I kind of disagree, Gilly. As far as I'm concerned, the captain's gotta earn our trust back.
exactly.
All right, well,
Now,
guess
Hachi is an
we can do
unfortunate
now is
bystander
wait.
in this.
I say when we three return to the ship, we challenge the captain. There is no reason that we should have to feel like this and abandoned like this.
I kind of agree, but I'm not super for anything planning that far ahead until we're for sure out of here.
Or he took your leg, Fang.
Yeah, I wanted to cut off myself, so I'm not super mad about the leg thing. I am more frightened by if this person was a shade, what the other shades have, power wise.
Who are you? Where is Fang? Fang isn't afraid of anything.
Fang learned his lesson with the leg and the bartender that all of a sudden came out of nowhere and had a whole army behind him.
I have no idea what you said there.
I did
It's all
not hear
good.
you.
Yeah, I'll just Aaron will just sulk in the corner, I guess.
Which I'm not against. Aaron, you did a good job with telling him stuff and getting him going. If maybe if things had worked out a little bit more in our favor, he might have believed the Marine thing. But for now, I think it's just we getting out of here. And I think I really think that whatever we're here on this island for is almost destiny with this orb thing. So I don't really want to go too far from this orb before we get it back or find out at least what they think about it. Until then.
I mean, I agree. I hate the thought of spending a year.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do
Away.
that either. I'm not trying to do that either.
I just recently got my freedom, and I don't want to see it taken again.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do another year of training or anything like that. I'm 38. I'm too old for this crap. I'm trying to avoid the training and get out of here with some of our weapons, and hopefully not one of these shade people guarding us to kind of get out of here and do our own thing. The jailer guy said he was on the same level as someone named Bran. So Bran originally meant brain and all sorts of things. So I wonder, how smart this guy is and how powerful he really is. Not saying I think he's weak. I'm just saying I want to say we're probably at this point right now outmatched by him. So I don't think getting out of here and fighting immediately was the route to go.
Looking looking around the cell, is there anything that we see? Like how many people are guarding us, or I don't know.
It's mostly empty. You look around, it's just the chains connecting you to the walls, the iron bars, and the wooden floorboards.
I mean, how many people are stationed out in front of our...
Oh, right in front? No one. Slash, to be clear, iron bars in front of you, wooden floorboards beneath you, and then 3 stone-faced walls. There is no window.
Can I smell under the ground to see if it's hollow?
You do, and it does not seem hollow.
Okay. So it's safe to assume that there is no escape possible by us right now.
I'd still like to kick the ground because I'm the only one with 2 legs.
Try it.
Go ahead, roll.
Oh!
Okay. So you kick down onto the ground, and because the floor is only made of wood, you are able to form a crack in the floorboards. You feel that the ground beneath you shakes, and it seems to cause a pretty big disturbance. Your foot doesn't manage to get all the way through. It feels like the ground really is thick, but there might be a gap beneath if you were to pierce deep enough. Just so deep that you don't think you can.
Well, Gilly, I smell down there, and it smells like there's gunpowder down there. So could we be on a floor of a building?
We could be. I could try again to see if I could strike that same place at its weakest point. But
Or try the wall.
We could try listening to the wall and see if we hear.
Well, so here's the problem, guys. If we start going crazy on these wall things, they're not gonna let us out.
I mean, not only that, I don't know how you guys are gonna move. Like, you guys both are missing legs.
True.
You're chained to the walls.
And we're chained to the walls. So I think escaping is kind of like moot at this point. And just try to hide the hole you just made, sitting on it or laying on it, and wait for him to come back to let us go.
I think that's all we can do at this point. I'm just gonna sit over the dent that I made and just act like I'm meditating or something.
Okay. So a couple of hours go by, and the fox appears in front of your cell. He smiles and says, "Oh, it seems that you've come to since our little skirmish. I'm sure you regret not putting your weapons down and chatting immediately, don't you?"
I definitely do.
We tried to talk.
He looks at you and says, "You were the first to spring to your feet."
Seemed like you weren't gonna have a peaceful conversation.
I'm an honest lad. If you'd put the weapons away, I wouldn't have attacked you. I don't like to bully the weak.
You were on your last legs.
Yeah, you have no way of knowing. Maybe I had a second wind in me. You never know. So
He was on his last legs, so he took mine in fangs.
he walks over to the door and unlocks it. Then comes in and begins to unlock all of your cuffs.
Nice.
You're coming with me for now. Follow along.
Okay.
I'm assuming you're okay. So he hands crutches to the one-legged people.
I did say I wanted a peg leg or a sword before we joined you guys.
That will have to wait. Those things have to be measured and whatnot and all that sort of thing.
Well, I'd say
For
that's
now, there's other business.
maybe for you.
Would you prefer to stay in the cell?
No, I apologize.
So, he walks and instructs you to follow him. He begins to take you down some hallways, some stairs. You see that there are a lot of armed men you pass by along the way. And you appear in a dining hall with a large round table. He points each of you to a seat and he sits down himself. It's just the four of you and plenty of food. Dine and make merry. We have things to discuss.
I start eating.
I just whisper over to the crewmates and just, if they're feeding us this good, I don't know if this is a good thing.
I don't eat a single bite, and I don't take my eyes I don't break eye contact with the fox man.
Okay.
I just start eating because we're Mink brothers.
Okay, yeah, he's eating as well. He says,
Is there any milk?
Wait, do you ask him or are you asking me, like, do you see any?
Yeah, I mean, do I see any?
No, you do not.
Bastard.
Is that the secret to your height?
I mean, no, just to fix my ribs.
Of course. So, yeah, he begins speaking. Well, having come this far, it seems you must have had some instincts to follow the orb along. I'll be honest. It was something we had commissioned the Giddy group to deliver to us. We were meant to put it to use, but it was lost, and the original message with details on how to use it could not arrive because the Giddy group perished, presumably in the same site you found this, correct?
Correct. But time out for a second. So if I had whipped the orb out at first, like I wanted to, this whole thing could have been avoided maybe. But time back in.
I mean, I feel like they would we have just straight up given it to them without any speech or talk.
I think it would have gotten at least some information out with that before we started fighting at least.
I mean, but if we didn't follow the bartender, I'd still have a leg.
No, I'm saying that was the point when we first got in there. I wanted about the orb and show it to him, and we wouldn't have gotten into a fight then at least, or maybe it would have gone differently.
Does a pirate give up its booty?
Good points. Good points.
Treasure.
Okay, time back in.
Well, we'd paid quite the hefty sum to those losers to deliver this to us. That's 10 million berries down the drain. Huh.
Well, I have some bad news. It wasn't even us who did them in. We took care of the people who did them in fact.
No. I know how they perished. It was news all over the South, with everyone rushing there to loot the place. By the time we could send anyone in to search for the orb, it was long since gone. Well, now we know where to.
Yep, you're welcome.
He continues. So, I heard your captain studied a bit. Studied about the Old Kingdom and the insignia.
Yes.
He's pretty smart, yeah.
Do you believe you could provide any information, anything to help decipher the numbers, the 1372?
We thought that the numbers were the address, which is why I went to that bar. The captain may know more, though.
I'm curious, though. What do you guys know about the 11th Kingdom?
Not much more than it stood here years before the Babel Empire was established. Since this empire has come to be, there hasn't been, much record kept of the old Levin Kingdom. We aren't sure what the orb connects to, but as one might assume, likely treasure. whatever forgotten treasuries they may have had which have never been accessed.
Well, it seems you guys know about as much as we do.
Hmm. He eats while he continues to think.
Yeah. I guess we just eat in silence, and then I'll just say, however, the address could be located in the noble section.
I don't think it could be a simple address. If it was, the bar is the only place it could have pointed to. That's why I had to hang around in that dreary basement for oh so long. I wouldn't have otherwise.
Does anyone remember what that place in the mountains was? I forgot. I don't
It
think
was
I
like
wrote
a
it down.
cave with a bunch of treasure chests.
I think you're... Are you talking about the same mountains?
I thought when we found the orb, we were in a little cave thing
No.
with 5
No,
treasure
no.
chests.
When we were at the library, it was either we go to the capital or we go to the mountains, and I can't remember why we were going to the mountains.
Oh, okay. No, I do remember. I do. Yes, I do remember something with the mountains. I don't know if it was information we got from that little blacksmith girl or what, but there was either that or it was going to the capital.
Oh, it was the books in the library.
Yes.
Who was studying with the captain?
I was studying with the captain.
Okay, please make a history check.
Is that a roll D20?
Yeah.
Please be good.
You draw a blank. You know that there was something about mountains, but that's it.
Okay, so I mentioned to the dude, do we know the fox person's name?
No.
Can I ask him what their name is?
Oh, my manners. It seems we've yet to formally introduce ourselves. We can't keep calling one another you. I go by Brad.
Oh.
Yourselves?
My name's Fang.
My name's Murasaki.
And he's Aaron.
My name is Tyler, the creator.
He's Aaron. He might have had some brain damage from our fight with you.
He goes by Aaron.
I'm thinking that maybe there's a chance that this mink guy, he liked me before, that maybe there's a chance that there's some sort of, especially with this group of shades or whatever all being animals and minks, that maybe there's a chance they might be more perceptive to me, or receptive to me, I guess. So I'm trying to charm him. So I say to him that I was in the big library reading books, and we saw that the symbol inside the orb seemed to connect to the old 11th kingdom, and that there was something about either a mountain range or something of mountains that were hard to get to. Does that ring any bells for you, Bran?
The mountains. The only mountain range on this island should be the one located close to the marine base, G13.
The things that I saw earlier that I can remember, because I'm not much of a reader, but I think that it mentions something about that mountain range in connection to this orb. Or at least this symbol from the orb.
The mountains near G13. He seems to have an epiphany. You've been quite useful.
You're welcome,
Much
brother.
appreciated for the information.
Could I get a
I'll
new
be
leg?
sure to put in good words for you.
Just don't forget the leg. No hard feelings, bro.
Yes. We'll try to do something about that at the earliest opportunity.
Thank you.
We have quite a lot going on in the current moment.
Well, I feel I might be able to help you, and maybe even something going along these mountains might jog my memory of what I found earlier. I obviously I cannot remember more based on violence, but I may be able to remember more based on sight and sounds. And as you know, I can't beat you. I'm not even going to attempt to try to fight you again because it would just get me killed. Nor would I want to. You seem like a very kind fellow.
Gilly rolls his eyes.
If you're so skilled at lip service, you may have tried it before you'd met misfortune.
We were having a lot of problems that day, and as you saw with our captain betraying us, we weren't all on the same page, so I apologize for my brashness earlier. Sometimes a dog can only do so much before he barks and bites.
You've cooperated, so we will look into G13. Meanwhile, we'll have you moved. You need not return to the cell. You will still be supervised, but in the very least, you will be given bedrooms.
Thank you.
He stands up and he leaves. Inform the attendants when you've completed your meal and are ready to be shown to your quarters.
I mean, I really don't understand the time aspects of what we're doing 100%. So it's like, if we're just gonna go to bed for the night and then wake up tomorrow when it's something new, I just say we get a full meal for the first time in weeks, and then get some rest, and then see what happens tomorrow morning.
Yeah, it is good to eat something other than limes.
or fish guts with blood.
Yeah. Alright, I'll just head to my room.
Or
Okay.
we say we're done, to ready to go to bed.
All right. All of you are shown to your quarters. When you are guided in, you notice that there are always guards who are stationed near the front of the hallway, which leads to where your bedrooms are. Each of you are separated into your own individual rooms, and you still have yet to be given your weapons.
Before we get separated, I whisper to them, we're not trying to escape tonight.
Alright. I mean, I know I could probably get out of here, but I don't want to leave you guys here.
Well, I will say,
you know.
honestly, if you see a chance to go, you might want to go. That might help us in saying that we stayed. So if you see a chance to escape and you think you can make it, do it. Just don't forget about us. But I'm not against you doing it.
I still consider everyone our crew. I'm not going to just abandon you, because if I leave, things would just get worse for you two.
I agree, but I like I said, I do think there's an option of maybe spinning it like, hey, he wanted to escape, and we said, no, we're kind of happy here. So, we might gain us more trust, but I'm also not against you staying and doing whatever. I'm just saying, if you think there's an opportunity and you want to do it, don't just stay because of us. Just don't forget us once you're free.
I'll see if I can maybe snoop around at night, see if I find anything.
Okay, cool. Just be careful and don't get caught. Other than that, though, I'd say, let's just rest up for the night and see what happens in the morning. They seem like they're getting more inviting to us with these plans. We know from this brand dude that we just learned that they know everything that we do. So they're as clueless as we are.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the only thing you think they might know anything about is probably the Marine base G13. Beyond that, it seems like, as Adam just said, they're pretty clueless. All of you make it to your rooms for the night.
I'd assume you guys are asleep, right?
Yeah, both asleep.
What would the captain do?
Run.
Run away.
Run away. You know what? On the first night, I'm just gonna keep an eye on those two. I'd say I'd probably stay up for the first couple hours just to see if there's a shift change or anything like that.
All right. So,
Good idea.
leading up from this point, I guess we're going to call it a session.
Okay, now at this point, our secret session of D&D has ended, and we are going to start the session that we had last Friday, starting, of course, with Hachindosuke, as well as our Captain Snad, meeting up once again on our Smiling Lime pirate ship.
Hello, I am the Dungeon Master, Kenchan at Samuel607. That's my YouTube channel. Alright, So, where we left off at the end of the last session, the captain of the Smiling Lime Pirates, Sand, had just left behind 3 of her crew members in the clutches of the Fox Mink. This was because all hope seemed lost, and it was the only way to ensure his survival. So, you managed to get back to Goins without much trouble, and you're in the port town again. The sun has set, it's right around 8 p.m. Is there anything you do, or you rush straight to Hachinosuke?
I'm literally going straight there, as relaxed as possible, but also not relaxed at all.
Alright. So you manage to get to the ship, and you meet Hachinosuke and the 2 kids.
Nice.
Get
When
those cells, Queens, you son of a bitch.
when
yelling at
I
orphans.
yeah. When I get to the ship, yeah, I literally kind of climb up and I go immediately to find Hachinosuke, and probably collapse in his presence, due to the fact that I am still heavily injured.
Yeah, you haven't had the time for a rest
No,
yet.
so I collapse and I put a hand on your shoulder and I hold it firmly as I can, which isn't very firm. And I say, "This fucking mink, man." And it's not even the one. It's not even the one you think. Something wrong is.
Another mink?
Oh, babble day, and I pass out.
I'm gonna turn to the kids and say, "You guys keep an eye on him while he rests, and I go figure out what's going on."
The boy speaks. I'm not sure what exactly we're supposed to do.
Well, wrap him in some cloths and get him in a bed.
Okay. If he came back like this, are you sure you should go out on your own?
Trust me, I've got this. Actually, wait. Should I wait for the captain to recover? How long would it take him to recover, Sam? Yeah, probably. Don't take
Honestly, like, the short rest would recover some hit points and stamina.
Nice. So, like, what, 2 hours? It's up to you, man. It's 2 hours. What are you gonna do? What time of
An
day
hour.
is it?
It's like 8 p.m. An hour nap would bring you back to. You can move around, but of course the long rest wouldn't be until, next morning.
Okay.
Okay. We should definitely wait till next morning so you can get all healed up.
Okay, sweet. Let's do it.
Okay.
I'm asleep
so
anyway, so I can't really consent.
You sleep through the night and you wake up to a worried Hachinosuke by your side. Half worried, half, come on, wake up already, I want to do something.
As I'm shaken awake by Hachinosu at 7 in the morning, I meet his eyes, groggy, confused, and feeling a real, hit points better. And I once again I grab his shoulder, but this time more firm, which still isn't that firm, but like firmer than it was. And I look him in the eyes and I say, "There's a solid chance they're all dead."
What happened?
Fang jumped the gun originally, but maybe he was right to, but it doesn't really matter either way because the mess we ended up in was far too intense for us, and I literally barely made it here. It was a choice between potentially death or at least sending you the message of what has happened, and that, man, We got to do
We
something.
need to go try to get the crew. Yeah, we gotta go try to get the crew.
But we're gonna have to find leads. Like that wasn't just pirates. That wasn't just gangsters. Like these people, they were using techniques that I mean I've seen a few things already, but like that one right, that was wrong. But one thing I know for sure, they were incredibly strong and they're definitely organized. Now, if we're quick, we'll be able to maybe catch up the last traces of what happened to our friend, and we definitely should. I didn't have a way to send a message to you, so I've had to come here, but we've got to go straight back.
I agree. Let's get
Okay.
on the move and find a carriage. Hold on 1 second, though. I've got to yell at the orphans. If you don't keep this shit safe, I swear to God, I'm going to come back here and put both of you in a 3-arm headlock.
He doesn't mean that, but he kind of does. So just be chill.
I
Look
do.
after the ship. No, we gotta be nice to the children.
I'm just being a firm hand like my father was with me.
Yeah, but like it's good cop,
My-
bad cop.
my
It's
father
good
was a
cop,
shark.
bad cop. And beat them up.
True.
I'm not telling you to stop. I'm telling you to let me counter it.
Got you. I got you.
Nice. Okay, cool.
I love
Okay,
you both. Now keep the ship safe.
Okay.
Yeah, just be aware of him, but it'll be okay. So yeah, let's go.
So as you prepare to leave the ship, before you're able to walk out onto the main deck, something happens. You hear a loud thud sound and the ship rocks as if some impact landed on it.
Shit.
Okay. You go outside and you
What
find
the hell was that?
you find a titan of a man. Well, not a giant, but very, very large as any of you would have seen. This is a gorilla mink. He stands on the deck of your ship, and he has 2 great weapons with him.
Oh, goodness. What do you want, Gorilla Man?
He says to you, I think you are the ones I'm here looking for. He looks up at the flag and says, it's just as it was described to me.
Just real quick, Rise M Lucas just donated $10 in the super chat with a great "It's a Wonderful Life" reference to ringing a bell to give Snad's wings back. Thank you
Oh
so
my
much for the
God.
donation and great movie history knowledge.
I love that. I love that so much.
I wish I had a bell.
Don't worry, other Lucas.
But I
Why
do
isn't
not
there
have
a
one.
wing
I'm gonna-
emoji?
If these
Wing.
orphans don't take care of the ship, I'll ring their bells to get Sand his wings back.
Okay, it's a bit awkward, but the only emoji that's like a wing is the $signy one. But like, I'm just.
There we go, yay! Alright, so gorilla on the ship. What business do you have with us, though?
He points at a sand and says, you, were you not there fighting against Bran yesterday, the fox mink?
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about. I don't think I've ever met you before. Who are you, and why do you think it's okay to just come on a ship?
That is not important.
Well,
I was
it's
told
pretty
to come
important.
here
Like
and
we're.
retrieve the 4 of you.
Oof. Sorry, what?
Sounds like they know something. Captain.
What?
No,
What?
you can
what's your
come along
purpose?
peacefully. You can come along peacefully, or I can drag you along half alive with broken bones. Which is it going to be?
I don't. Why are you giving me an ultimatum on my ship, out of nowhere, without wanting to tell us who you are? Do you not think that's suspicious? Like, you're being very
He
suspicious
looks at
right
you
now.
and he says, I know I'm far too powerful to have to explain myself to you.
Can I like suss out how powerful he looks? Like you said, he's got great weapons. He's a big chitin gorilla mink, but like, do I feel any kind of presence from him or?
He gives off this great confidence when he says he's strong.
Oh, insight check. I can insight. Sorry.
Okay,
That was way too excited.
While Sand is rolling for insight, I'm going to look at my captain and say, I get a bad feeling about this guy. We may want to go peacefully if we want to see our crew alive.
Yeah, there's a possibility. But I want to make sure that peaceful is definitely on the cards, not just saying peaceful.
Yeah.
I don't trust him at all. So we need to investigate.
So are you rolling inside?
Yeah, I just can't find where my sheet keeps disappearing and I don't know why. Hold on.
You have a +2.
Oh, I have a +2. Okay. No, I feel like, hold on. Where does it go? I is it on here? I keep when I it just re-downloads. It never shows me where the file is. Never mind. Anyway. Oh, it's history. Oh. Okay, it's exactly the same roll. Boy.
And just real quick, since Cody was able to join right this second, Cody has joined the chat. If you want to introduce yourself and your character.
Hi, I'm Cody. You'll find out.
You'll find out. That's so. Oh, don't. I'm already a nervous wreck. I'm trying to play this as well as I can. So like, I can.
So you look at him and you think, when he says he's powerful, he's just spewing nonsense, and is carried by the fact he has that large body.
Okay, because I think that I'm actually gonna like. I'm actually gonna be like, can we at least know your name? Like, if you're not gonna tell us who you represent, where are you taking us? Like, why are you trying to take us somewhere?
He seems irritated and he grabs onto one of his flails and he says, I am Roman.
Roman. Captain, did you see if he looks strong as he says?
He looking at him, you would think so.
You know what? I don't want to fight you. At no point have I suggested I want to not go. I'm just saying I want to make sure that you're not hurting us and wherever we're going. Like, you just appeared, Roman? Like, come on now. We've done nothing to you. You don't need to do anything to us.
At this point, you see him reach into his pocket. He pulls out a transponder snail. It rings for a little while as he dials it, and then he says, Yes, they have resisted.
That's not true. I literally shout, that's not true.
Permission to use force.
Haven't done anything. Don't know who you are.
He completely ignores you as he goes on with his call.
No, I'm not trying to talk to him. I'm trying to talk to the other person. Like, I don't know who he is. Why is this happening?
Aha. The captain must not be
I think this guy was
killed. Valuable information. All right. So he hangs up the snail and he looks over at you and he says, I can guarantee you won't be killed, but I cannot guarantee you will be in one piece when I am done with you. And he grabs his second flail.
All right, we're going.
Can you
All
repeat
right,
that?
just calm down. There's no need. There's no need. No need. Calm yourself, Roman. Calm yourself.
Okay, he flings at you 4 sets of handcuffs.
Oh, I said we're being peaceful. We don't need this. We don't. This isn't. No.
He just stares at you while you try to speak and say that.
How'd you scare? How'd you know scare? Please, say something.
Listen, guy, we'll go with you peacefully, but I'm not bounding my hands ever again.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. But we'll come with you, but we're not doing that.
All right. In that case, I'll keep a close eye on each of you.
Yeah, that's all
One
right.
step out of line, someone dies.
Oh, that's no, we
Okay.
don't need that. I said, wow, okay. I mean they're sharp. But yeah, that's fine. But we can talk. We've just talked, Roman. You know, we settled things without a problem. All parties feel reassured. This is healthy.
My patience is drawing thin.
Well, lead the way.
Let's go at once.
Lead the way,
Mhm.
as the captain says.
So you all walk close to him as he begins to lead you away from the harbor area. He takes you to this place not far off from where you'd gotten a carriage before, and there seems to be a very special one which you board. It has a dedicated driver who seems well dressed. He wears a suit. The carriage is black and large enough to hold the gorilla mink. You all get inside and you are carted away to the capital once again. Another day of travel. Once you get to the capital, the driver brings blindfolds for all of you. And Roman,
Real quick, sorry. Ronnie Williams gifted another Last Arc membership. Thank you so much, Ronnie. And there's someone who can claim that in the chat and all that stuff. But thank you so much, Ronnie, for another donation.
let's go. Okay.
Wani!
Roman says, you can't know where you're being taken. Wear blindfolds, all of you.
Wait, did he bring the orphans?
Yes.
Oh shit! Okay. All right, Captain, are we putting on these blindfolds? Captain?
Captain
Oh,
is
sorry.
mute.
Sorry. I'm back.
We're about to be blindfolded, but I feel like blindfolds are another chain that the system can use to oppress me. I need your guidance.
Okay, hear me out. That doesn't sound good either. Where are we?
Capital.
In the capital. Are we still in the car?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And I say to him, look, it'd look a little odd if we got out of a car in the capital. And we were just blindfolded, and some dude was leading us. We'll just be fine for a sec,
We don't proceed while you can tell our path.
Okay.
Cover your eyes or lose them.
Okay, I think we might not get away with this one, but at least we're not manacled, so they can't, be right.
I got you.
But
I'll
this
use
is
my
fine.
fishy senses.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, you put on the blindfolds, the carriage continues for a length of time until you get somewhere. The carriage stops again, and he says, "These people will guide you. Don't resist." And a hand is put on each of your. Someone grabs onto each of your shoulders, and they start to walk, guiding you along. You tell that you enter a building at some point, and you walk through a cold path. You descend a lot of stairs, and eventually you are placed in cells.
Are we unblindfolded?
Yeah, when you're put in the cells, your blindfolds are taken off.
Sweet. Okay, what do we see?
Wooden floors, iron bars, nothing else.
Sick. Hachinosuke, let's be real. Wooden floor, if we're up in any kind of elevation, you can probably punch through that. The iron bars, not so great, but we're now definitely where the others are, and there's no way that they've come all the way here to put us in the cell, and one of them isn't alive. So not only have we found our friends, but we've infiltrated enemy territory. What say you?
Beautiful.
Ah.
Well, if I punch through this floor, isn't there a chance that we're just going to fall into another cell?
Absolutely. That's the fun.
I like those odds. How thick
When
are these
you
metal
walk-
bars?
Too thick for you to destroy.
Is the floor,
Damn.
like when we knock it, does it sound hollow or does it sound dull?
It is too sturdy for you to believe you can penetrate through it. And obviously,
about the
all of your
ceiling?
weapons have been seized.
Yeah, that's fine. What about the ceiling?
The ceiling above you is stone.
Stone?
Yes.
Shit. Right. Is there a window?
Nope. You are underground.
Oh, great. Cool. Nice.
I have an idea.
Yeah?
What if I rip off your arm and then we yell out for the guards to come?
The
Or
only
rip off
issue
one
with
of
that...
the kids' arm.
Well, the only issue with that is I've only got 2, but... What? Like, you're an octopus-ish, right? Like, how octopusy are you?
Pretty octopus. I could probably regrow my limbs.
Well, hear
To
me
some
out.
capacity.
What if you just kind of squish yourself through the bars like an octopus? That's like one of their primary traits, as they can put their entire massive body through a pencil hole. Like, give it a go.
Correct.
See what happens.
I did spend a good bit of my teenage years in a
skeletal
bottle.
structure.
I do have a skeletal structure.
Damn. But, like, it's just bones.
When you're put in the cell, the gorilla mink continues.
Mm-hmm.
I will go back now. In the morning, you will be spoken to.
Okay.
Listen here, you son of a bitch. You didn't tell us anything about a cell.
He just walks
Yeah, this
away.
is fucked up. You're a bad dude. I don't like
He
you.
does not take any of your questions.
Don't rip your gorilla balls off.
He doesn't respond to your taunting. The night passes, and you awaken in the morning. In front of your cell is the fox mink from before. And he says,
"Oh, it seems the information we were given was quite accurate.
they can be trusted indeed.
Take the lead, Captain. I don't know this shifty fox. He can't wear shoes.
This doesn't look good. I'll be honest. Where did you get your information from?
Where else would we find information on you other than the people you'd been with?
Yeah, that makes sense.
You're accepting that way too easily.
Okay, so he goes on to say, now, he pulls the orb out. What do you know about this?
What is it?
He,
The orb?
he holds the orb, yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know what that is.
Your crew members have already been forthcoming with enough information for me to be certain you are being dishonest. You may not know what exactly it is, but I know you have information.
I don't think our crew would have told you anything, mister.
Wow.
I suppose that's true. Your crew wouldn't have. But now that they've left and joined us, it's quite plausible.
Are you saying our crew are turncoats?
Well, considering they were left for dead, I don't think it's a difficult decision to understand.
What do you mean, left for dead?
At the end of our battle, it was just me and your captain over there, and he turned tail and ran. An arrow missed, and he decided to preserve his own life and escape.
You want to elaborate on this, Sand? I don't blame you for trying to save yourself, but was there really no option to save the crew as well?
Do you want my honest answer, or like, because was there a way to save them? No.
Be honest.
No, there wasn't. Absolutely not. In the rules of this game, no, there wasn't. There was not a way.
In the rules of this game.
Well, I'm just saying, in the rules of the game, no, there wasn't. Like, that many people on death saves and the last death saves they were doing, and the fact that I didn't have enough, like, stuff to actually hit the guy, and the fact that I couldn't take a single hit because I was on, like, 3 or 4 hit points at that stage. No, there wasn't. But, so in Snad's eyes, above and in table, there wasn't anything he could have done. But if you see it otherwise, that's fine. And yeah, okay, cool.
That's okay. I understand. I'm a little weary of the situation, but continue, Fox Boy. Tell us more. Where is our crew?
Your former crew members are quite safe at the moment. They've been given their own quarters, they've eaten well. What would you like to see them? Like for them to...
Yes.
Okay,
Could be an entertaining enough exchange.
I'm not giving you any kind of information until I see that they are actually safe.
He goes off and he calls the 3 of them from their rooms to come and stand in front of your cell. You guys, you're up.
Were we fucking betrayed?
Yeah.
What did I miss?
What's up, my Fox dude?
Hey, what's good? You have a good night?
I did. I tell you, this new peg leg you fitted me with, it feels great.
I told you I got you. You just had to handle the business with these other ones first.
No, I know, my man. I know.
And then he walks over to Aaron to shake his hand and says, They were exactly where you said.
Well, as long as I get a new leg, I don't really care because
I
it's
was gonna
pretty
say, yours looks
shameful
great,
that.
too.
Oh,
I was gonna say your leg looks great too. We both are the Peg Leg brothers now.
I don't want a peg leg. I want a Full Metal Alchemist leg. So I'll wait until that happens.
We
But,
won't be able to arrange that very soon, but during basic training it can be made for you.
Let's
Basic training for what?
To be a
Hachinosuke is
badass.
very confused.
Would you
What kind of badass?
The kind of badasses that roll around with people that don't abandon them after they give them everything, including a leg.
What happened exactly?
I don't really know. I
Really?
woke up and I was
told?
missing a leg, and I got told that our captain abandoned us to die. And, you know, after me giving my leg and my all to fight for this crew, I felt pretty betrayed. So, when I saw some people who were like, hey, want to be petty and get back at them, I said, hells yeah.
I wouldn't
Listen,
say
I wanna hear
exactly happened like that, but essentially, you know, something along those lines happened here when we were met by our new shade friends and the Black faction.
You know what? Cool. Fine. Whatever, man. Like,
At this point, we are able to talk to Hachinosuke and Snad in the cell alone without Bran overhearing it. He has left us alone. Okay, so Hachinosuke, what the fuck do you think's
What's
going
going
on?
I
What
have no idea.
Well, so we were
the captain came. Sorry, the captain came back to the ship, and said that he got his ass kicked, and that you guys were almost dead. So I came with him here with some gorilla guy, who I'm pretty sure I can take, by the way.
I
And
guarantee you cannot.
I'm so lost.
So
What
basically, we were left to die, and instead of dying, these guys pretty much imprisoned us. And Cody kind of went out on his own, no fault of his own. We were all heated. We were all definitely wounded. We were definitely
Aaron?
whatever.
And in Aaron's defense, like, I went out in the fight and I lost a leg. I wasn't aware of anything that happened until I woke up and was aware, like, made aware and told the information, probably by Fang or Gilly.
True, and I'm not even blaming Cody. I was doing the same thing in a different fashion of trying to give them information to get out of the prison cell and accept it into their thing. So, however it all happened, basically we had no choice, especially considering the power of this Fox person Bran, and he's not even the strongest freaking one of these shades that are in this Black faction or whatever.
Hachi, it's really above us. I didn't say anything. I didn't want to say anything, but I couldn't stop Aaron, and he has all the reason to. Both him and Fang.
But yeah, neither one of us blame Aaron. It's not even Aaron. Honestly, expedited the process.
Hey, Hachi, you mind sparing an arm so I can have a new leg? Oh, I mean, you know, it's just a leg. Like,
Absolutely. So what our whole plan was to basically just get out of the shackles we were in and try to incorporate you two into the into this crew thing until we can kind of bide our time to escape / get the treasure / get the orb back, all this stuff. And basically right now we just woke up. All we did was get let out. We had a meal and talked to the Fox dude, and then we woke up with some heals to our injuries or whatever, and new appendages, at least for me. But
we were trying to convince them. We were trying to convince them that we could be useful here right now to find the treasure, because they want to send us away for a year.
But yeah, so we're on that page of trying to not be sent to this training thing for a year and be incorporated in their plans for the parade next week, which we have not found out what exactly is. We have not found out what exactly they're trying to do there, but we are slowly gaining more and more of their trust. they also seem to be a completely non-human faction as far as the higher ups. So considering pretty much all of us aside from Cody are non-humans, we should have a good chance of them letting us in on their inner workings.
But keep in mind, Hachi, the one that beat all of us was the lowest of their rank. He was ranked 9.
Yeah, I think Bram was ranked 4th. I think Bram was ranked 4th, but I'm assuming that was against 4 or 5 of us. So this Roman dude is probably way tougher than that.
Bran was number 9.
He was 9.
Okay, so he might be the weakest one. So maybe you guys had a chance against them. But that Fox dude, literally, without all of us, we cannot take him out, and he's in the halfway point of their strength. So we cannot just straight up fight them and try to get out, whatever.
So if we're gonna get out of this, we have to think as a crew.
The name of the game is infiltration.
Right now, yes.
Overcome.
The more you can make yourself useful to these people, the longer they'll wait to send us away, which gives us more of an opportunity to all escape before that, with what we want.
All right, I'll trust you guys. What happened with the captain, though? Are they trustworthy? Did they have a chance of saving you, or did they just leave?
Well, I can only speak from my own experience. These two both lost legs. I don't know. I mean, I passed out, and
according to the game rules, the Fox had 1 HP left when Snad took off.
Sincerely, go fuck yourself. At this point, I chomp down hard and bite my own tongue.
Okay, I bet you didn't see that one coming, did you? Our captain unalived themselves. So now, down 1 crew member. The 4 of us will have to try to continue to survive this terrible, hellish island of Babel and find out what's going on with this orb. So tune in this Friday to see the exciting next episode of our One Piece D&D group, following the adventures of us Smiling Line Pirates.